We ask the video operator to start the audio and video recording. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. We are commencing the meeting of the one-time specialized academics council, PhD 8117 at Khmelnytsky National University. Dear members of the one-time specialized academic council, by prior agreement with the applicant, the dissertation defense will be conducted in English. The chair of the council, the opponents, and the reviewers possess English proficiency at level B2, as confirmed by the relevant certificates. And the reviewer, Irina Zakrzewska, additionally holds a diploma in English translation. In accordance with the procedure of awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the cancellation of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council of a higher education institution or scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy approved by the resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine dated January 20, 2022, number 44, as amended. The regulation of the procedure for training applicants for the degrees of the Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Science at Khmelnytsky National University, approved by the Academic Council of Khmelnytsky National University on June 25, 2015, minutes number 11 as amended. A positive conclusion on the scientific novelty, theoretical and practical significance of the dissertation results, and the applicant's format request, and pursuant to the order of the Rector of Khmelnytsky National University, dated March 18, 2025, number 28S, based on the decision of the Academic Council, means number 10, dated March 13, 2025, a one-time specialized Academic Council, PhD 8117, was established with the authority to consider and conduct the one-time defense of the dissertation submitted by Asamоах-Черемех Joshua for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07, Management and Administration, specialty 075, Marketing. Scientific advisor, Dr. Evgeny Mykolayevich Rudnichenko, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Dean of the Faculty of Management, Administration and Tourism at Khmelnytsky National University. The composition of the one-time specialized academic council was approved by the Affirmation Rector's Order number 20 AS, date March 18, 2025, and includes 5 members. Allow me to announce the composition of the council. Chairperson Inna Igorevna Chaikovska, Doctor of Economics, Professor at the Department of Economics, Analytics, Modeling, and Information Technology in Business, Khmelnytsky National University. Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. Opponent Marta Ivanina Kopytko, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Head of the Department of Management and Economic Security, Lviv State University of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine. Opponent Olena Ivanivna Zaitseva, Candidate of Economic Science, Professor at the Department of Marketing, State University of Trade and Economics, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. Reviewer Irina Vasilyevna Zakrzewska, Candidate of Economic Science, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of Marketing, Khmelnytsky National University, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. Reviewer Olena Valentinina Savchenko, Candidate of Economic Sciences, Associate Professor of the Department of Management and Administration, Khmelnytsky National University, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. Since the defense of the dissertation by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07, Management and Administration, specialty 075, Marketing, in public, the meeting of a specialized academic council is being held on live via real-time video communication. I would like to inform you that audio and video recording of the defense is currently in progress. The defense is also being broadcast live on the official website of Khmelnytsky National University. The relevant link was posted on the university's website and is available to anyone wishing to join the session. According to the registration list, 5 out of 5 members of the specialized academic council, as approved by order on the rector of Khmelnytsky National University, are present at today's meeting. The quorum is met, and in accordance with paragraph 1 of clause 25 of the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancellation of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council of a higher education of scientific institution, approved by the resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, number 44, dated January 2022, the meeting of Council is considered valid. Only members of the one-time specialized academic council of Khmelnytsky National University may participate in open vote. All interest parties may join the scientific discussion and the review of the key findings and the result of the dissertation. The defense is open to the public, and I propose to officially open the meeting of the one-time specialized academic council. Dear members of the council, are there any proposals or comments? None. Please proceed to vote. Those in favor of the decision, please vote. This is votes in favor, 5, against, none, abstains, none. On the agenda, defense of the dissertation of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge, 07, Management and Administration, specialty 075 Marketing, submitted by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа. Dissertation title, Marketing Tools for Ensuring the Economic Security of the Enterprise. Scientific advisor, Dr. Евгений Миколаевич Rudnichenko, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Dean of the Faculty of Management, Administration and Tourism, Khmelnytsky National University. Dear guests, are there any proposals or comments regarding the agenda? If there are none, I ask you to vote for the approval of the proposed agenda. Who is in favor? Votes for, 5, against, none, abstained, none. The decision is adopted unanimously. Now allow me to present the information regarding the documents submitted by Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа. The applicant has submitted all the required documents to the specialized academic council, and they meet the established standards, the requirements, namely 1, an applicant of a certification, 2, a certified copy of the permanent residence permit, 3, a certified copy of the master's degree, diploma, 4, a certified extract from the order of admission to postgraduate studies, 5, an academic transcript confirm completion of the educational and scientific program, 6, a positive conclusion from the scientific advisor, a positive conclusion of the scientific novelty, theoretical and practical significance of the dissertation result, based on the public presentation of the dissertation at a professional seminar of the Department of Marketing at Khmelnytsky National University. The dissertation submitted in both electronic and printed form and signed with a qualified electronic signature, certified copies of scientific publications that present the main findings of the dissertation with full bibliography references. A certificate confirms the results of an academic plagiarism check of the dissertation manuscript, certifying the absence of plagiarism. In addition, the specialized academic council has received written consents from the official opponents and reviewers to participate in the work of the one-time specialized academic council, reviewers from the reviewers and responses from the official opponents, all of which meet the required standards and were submitted within the established deadlines. The dissertation, abstract, and reviewers from the reviewers and opponents were published in a timely manner of the official website of Khmelnytsky National University under the selection Science, Specialized Academic Councils, One-Time Specialized Academic Councils, One-Time Specialized Academic Council, PhD 8117. The documents submitted to the One-Time Specialized Academic Council comply with the provision of paragraph 13 for the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancellation of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council of a higher education institution or scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy approved by resolution on the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, number 44, dated January 2022, as amended. The dissertation is designed in accordance with the requirements of the Order to the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, number 40, dated January 12/2017 on the approval of requirements of the design of dissertation as amended. The requirements of paragraphs from 5 to 9 of the aforementioned procedure have been fulfilled. The applicant's list of publication complies with the requirements of paragraph 8 of the same procedure. All scientific publications and the dissertation were prepared by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа in accordance with the principles of academic integrity. Thus, the submitted materials fully comply with the established regulatory requirements. And are there any questions from those present regarding the document and material submitted?
No questions.
No questions. I would now like to ask you to review the draft decision of the one-time Specialized Academic Council regarding the awarding of the Doctor of Philosophy degree in the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration, specialty 075 Marketing to Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа. The draft decision has been provided in advance to all members of the Council. Allow me to read the biographical information of the applicant, Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа. Education, Master in Business Administration, Захист, Donetsk National University, Vinnytsia 2017. Work, Director of LLC Education Consultant, 2014 present. The topic of the dissertation was approved by the Academic Council of Hmельницкий National University, protocol number of 30 October 2020. On March 6, 2025, a professional seminar was held at the meeting of the Department of Marketing at Hmельницкий National University, during which the dissertation of the applicant was the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа, entitled Marketing Tools for Ensuring the Economic Security of an Enterprise, submitted for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration, specialty 075 Marketing, was considered and publicly presented. As a result of the seminar, the dissertation was recommended for submission and defense before a one-time Specialized Academic Council. The conclusion of the scientific novelty, theoretical and practical significance of the dissertation result, a soft copy of the dissertation, as well as reviewers of the opponents and reviewers have been published on the official website of Hmельницкий National University. The main provisions and conclusions of the study are presented by the author in 14 publications, including one chapter in a collective monograph, 8 articles in professional scientific journals of Ukraine, and 5 publications confirming the dissertation material. The dissertation complies with the requirements of the procedure of awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the cancellation of the decision of the one-time Specialized Academic Council of a higher education institution or scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy approved by Resolution number 44 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, dated January 12, 2022, as amended. Do any members of the Council have questions regarding the biographical information of the documents submitted by the applicant? No questions. Is there a proposal to establish the time limit for the applicant's presentation, 20 minutes? Are there any objections? No. To present the main provisions of the dissertation, the floor is given to the applicant, Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа. Please, Joshua.
Thank you. Dear Chairperson, esteemed members of the Specialized Academic Council, I submit for your consideration a dissertation on the topic, Marketing Tool for Ensuring the Economic Security of an Enterprise. The dissertation is dedicated to solving scientific problems which consist in developing theoretical provision, scientific and methodological approach to the use of marketing tools and ensuring the economic security of enterprise. The purpose, object, subject of study, and scientific novelty are presented on slide 1 of the illustrative material, suggested for the first time. The model for ensuring the economic security of an enterprise has been developed based on justification of the optimal set of marketing tools considering pricing policy and current factors of negative impact, which allow the enterprise to increase volume of product, sales, and profit without significant increase in cost and corresponding rise in the total cost of product, thereby enhancing the efficiency of marketing in general and economic security system in particular. A structure has been formed and mechanism for ensuring the economic security of light industry enterprise can be developed based on the use of marketing tools, taking into account the specific of B2B and B2C customer interaction models. This ensures effective adaptation of enterprise to changing market situation, maintaining customer members, and ensuring stable income as well as reducing marketing risk. Improved. The marketing categorical apparatus regarding the essence of the concept of marketing security is defined as a state of protection of an enterprise from internal and external threats within each of the key marketing policies, specifically product sales, communication, and pricing. This ensures adaptation to market changes, competitiveness, achievement of the enterprise strategic goals, and in contrast to existing definition, focus on preventing the negative manifestation of threats. Within forming a marketing policy, the marketing tools are defined as a set of methods and instruments used by enterprises for the effective implementation of marketing policies with the purpose of effective functioning and sustainable development for the enterprise and the intensive influence of external and internal environment. Unlike existing definition, this definition covers the conceptual level of management of the enterprise marketing activity. The categorical apparatus of security science regarding the essence of the concept of economic security of the enterprise defines as a complex characteristics that reflect a state of protection from internal and external risk and threat. This protection is ensured through a systematical management of key aspects of activity and implementation of preventive and compensatory measures aimed at ensuring stable functioning, strategic development, and achievement of business goals. In contrast to existing interpretation, this definition combines four main characteristics. One, systematic management of the enterprise, strategic management of the enterprise, preventive management of threat and risk, and compensatory management of threat and risk. The architecture of the marketing monitoring system for the threat to economic security with the formation of relevant indicators, external and internal impact, differs from the existing one by providing for identification of marketing threat based on their source of origin. This allows the improvement of range of preventive measures that minimize the negative impact on the economic security system of the enterprise. Further development has been gained. Recommendation for forming the structure of the enterprise economic security system with the allocation of marketing components have been developed. This component involves generating an optimal marketing policy based on the use of current marketing tool and ensure focused formation of influence on a target audience of consumer. The development of sustained logistics chain and is aimed at achieving the goal of marketing activity, ensuring the economic security of the enterprise. Scientific and methodological approach to the access of developing the level of readiness of the enterprise to implement marketing tool has been developed. This approach includes taking into account both subjective component, the readiness of the management and personnel to change, and objective component, the resource capability of the enterprise. It allows for determining not only readiness and capability, but also forming direction of the development of the enterprise marketing activities, such as introducing digital technologies, marketing automation, and entry into new markets. In contrast to the existing approach, it provides comprehensive measurement of the enterprise readiness to integrate new market tools, which is internal part of the process of ensuring economic security, as it helps reduce risk of marketing activity in a dynamic market environment. Let me dwell more detail on the main scientific result of the study. First option, the theoretical foundation of the use of marketing tool in ensuring the economic security of an enterprise define the place, the role of marketing tool in ensuring the economic security of enterprise, present the main approach to interpreting economic security, and form a marketing approach to identifying threats to the functioning of an enterprise. The use of monographic analysis and study of literary source in the study of various approaches to interpret concepts in the field of marketing as well as in the field of economic security allow us to form our own vision of which categorize the marketing tools, economic security of an enterprise, marketing activity, and is seen on slide 2. It proving that the use of relevant market tools ensure the impact on the target audience of consumer, the development of logistic activity chain, and its aim at achieving goals of marketing activity, ensuring economic security of the enterprise. The paper presents a classification of marketing tools determine that under condition of critical impact, the external environment and activities of the enterprise internet marketing tool require particular relevance on slide 3. The paper describes detail the essence of such tools, determine their focus on ensuring economic security in the context of impact and profitability growth, ensuring competitiveness, increasing marketing tools, and forming positive reputation capital of the enterprise. In order to clearly identify the threats to economic security from the perspective of a marketing approach, the architecture of marketing monitoring system for such a threat has been developed, and the corresponding indicators of the external and internal influence have been presented on slide 4, which is the basis of further development of preventive measures in the field of economic security. In the second section of the task, analysis of marketing component of ensuring the economic security of industrial enterprise detail the analysis of operating environment of the light industry enterprise from marketing perspective at the micro level, as well as the analysis of marketing component of ensuring the economic security of the studied enterprise was carried out. In a scientific and methodological approach to assessing the impact of marketing tool on the economic security of the enterprise was developed. The analysis of the development of light industry in Ukraine from marketing perspective indicate the target market of the presence of goods of dubious origin from China, from Turkey, Vietnam, and so on. These goods are imported into the country in violation of custom rule and have certain competitive advantage due to tax evasion. The finding of extremely difficult operating conditions for light industry enterprise and a forced relocation from them to search for ways out of crisis, as well as reactive use of modern marketing tools, reprofiling activities of the light industry enterprises in accordance with the need of security and defense, as well as the promotion of Ukrainian brand became the key to increasing profitability of their operating activity in 2023 to 10.9%. Although in the processing industry, it decreased overall to 4.9% in slide 5. During the period of 2014 to 2023, the various of light industry products sold at Himalayan region increased more than threefold. On slide 6, the paper analyzed the prerequisite for implementation of marketing tool from the standpoint of their effective use in ensuring the economic security of an enterprise based on financial resources, organizational risk criteria. For this purpose, the internal resource potential of light industry enterprises, Chmельnicki, Schweiner Fabrika, Lilia, TOF, Bimbai, and TDV Poltawa Film Voskla on slide 7 to 11 was studied in detail. The ability to implement marketing tools in their optimal set to minimize number of bottlenecks in activities of the studied enterprise from the position of developing the marketing component of economic security was determined. A scientific and methodological approach to assessing the level of readiness of enterprise to implement marketing tool was developed and tested, which involved 3 main stages. 1, conducting a subjective assessment which implement on the basis of expert, survey of conducting an objective assessing which is based on the use of statistical method, interpretation of obtained results which implemented by constructing grades that allow determined level of readiness of enterprise to implement marketing tools, and reflecting the relationship between objective and subjective component on slide 12. As a result of testing the proposed approach at Platt, Chmельnicki, Schwerner, Fabrica, Lelia on slide 13 to 15, the enterprise management received information about degree of readiness of the enterprise to implement marketing tool and further improve the marketing component of its activity through the development and implementation of appropriate mechanism and models. In the third section, the use of marketing tools in ensuring the economic security of an enterprise, mechanism for ensuring the economic security of light industry enterprise based on the use of marketing tool has been developed. The place and role of marketing tool formation of model for ensuring the economic security of an enterprise has been determined, and such model has been tested at light industry enterprise. Based on the use of marketing tool, a structural logical model of the mechanism for ensuring the economic security of light industry enterprise has been built on slide 16. You can see that, which allow the increased stability, competitiveness, and its prerequisite for the stable development by reducing risk, minimizing threat, and effective using marketing tool to adapt to change in the marketing situation. The main feature for the developed mechanism in the considerable B2B and B2C model of interaction with customers in the process of ensuring the economic security of an enterprise, which contribute to the identification of need of different market segments, due to which prerequisite of information of adaptation strategies and preservation of client base in condition of general destabilization of economic process are created. A model of ensuring economic security of a scientific has been developed on slide 17. We can see that, which allow identifying the optimal set of marketing tools, taking into account the pricing policy and current factors of negative impact on its activity. This approach allows for comprehensive solution to the problem of selecting the necessary marketing tools based on calculation of large data set and ensure sufficient reliability of the model in condition of high turbulences of external environment. The developed model has been tested in domestic light industry enterprises such as Chmельnicki, Schwerner, Fabrica, Lelia, TOF, Bimbai, TDV, Poltavska, Firma, Voskla. An example of a result obtained for the period of 100 to 200 days for TDV, Poltavska, Firma, Voskla was given on slide 18. Based on the result of its use, the optimal set of the marketing tool was determined in accordance with the calculation obtained, which provide the appropriate level of flexibility in making management decisions in the field of marketing and has positive impact on the state of economic security of studied enterprise, taking into account the realities of their functioning and strategic management decisions regarding pricing policy as well as policy of covering target market segment. That the result obtained in the dissertation work in total solve scientific and practical tasks, which to substantiate the new deepen existing theoretical and methodological provision and apply recommendation for the use of marketing tools and ensuring the economic security of an enterprise. Thank you for your attention.
Dear members of the one-time Specialized Academic Council, the applicant's presentation has been completed. We now proceed to the next stage of the defense procedure. Dear colleagues, what questions would you like to address to the applicant? The floor is given to Olena Valentinina Savchenko, PhD in Economics, Associate Professor at the Department of Management and Administration, Khmelnytsky National University. Please.
Could you
please tell us why do you focus on internet marketing tools on slide number 3? As we know, classical tools for promoting products are also used. Are they not important for ensuring economic security?
Thank you very much for the question. You know, today, classic marketing tools are also used, such as advertising in the media, demonstration of product at the exhibition, and other tools. However, during the research process, we found out that at the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic, extremely quickly moved to the field of digital marketing and actively used the internet marketing tools. That is why the emphasis in the work was placed on the use of digital marketing tools, which correspond to the global trend. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you don't mind, I have another question. Slide 18 shows an example of testing the developed model with the definition of certain actions within the corresponding time horizon. Could you please tell us whether such a time horizon is fixed? It's about 100 to 200 days. And how quickly can it be really switched to using different marketing tools?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the question. No, the time horizon is not fixed. This is purely an example based on testing a model in accordance with the operating condition of the enterprise and its marketing system. Regarding the operation use of the tools, it should be noted that most of the tools are digital and they are developed in according to the general concept of the enterprise level. But we can scale them and apply them in the enterprise activity depending on the market condition and consumers' preference and the level of ensuring the economic security of an enterprise. Thank you.
Elena Valentina, were the applicant's answers comprehensive and satisfactory? Are you fully satisfied with the responses?
Absolutely, thank you.
The next question is from Irina Vasilievna Zakrzewska, PhD in economics, associate professor, head of the Department of Marketing at Khmelnytsky National University. Please.
Thank you. Joshua, I have two questions for you. My first question is, on slide 17 in Formula 2, you highlight such an indicator as the formation of positive reputational capital the enterprise. Explain the logic of including such an indicator in your model, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question. Such indicator is extremely important both from the point of view of economic security and the point of view of marketing. Since the image of the enterprise on the market plays an extremely important role in molding competitive conditions. It is the reputation of the enterprise that creates a group of consumers who are supporters of a certain brand and who being able to profit, to bring a stable profit to the company due to their loyalty to the product of a certain brand. And digitalization of the company's activity and openness to consumers from completely different, such a higher requirement of reputation capital to the company. Thank you.
Thank you. My second question is, on slides where you examine in detail and present the results of the analysis of the prerequisites for the implementation of marketing tools, slides 7 to 11, a fairly large number of indicators are given. Which of them are the most significant from the point of view of the implementation of marketing tools? Please.
Thank you very much for the question. In order to understand the possibility of comprehensive implementation of marketing tool in the practice of the studied enterprise, a thorough analysis of the prerequisites for such implementation was conducted. It should be noted that in addition to the financial resource required for the implementation of the tools, the availability of personnel with appropriate qualification and amount of marketing expenses are important. These three components are decisive for successful implementation and use of marketing tool. Thank you.
Irina Vasilievna, are you satisfied with the applicant's response?
Yes, I'm completely satisfied. Thank you.
Okay, who will be the next? The next question is submitted by Marta Ivanina Kopytko, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Head of the Department of Management of Economic Security at Lviv State University of Internal Affairs. Please, Marta Ivanina.
I have two questions. The first about the slide 5. When you analyze the level of profitability of operating activities of enterprises in 223 for enterprises engaged in textile production, production of clothing, leather products, and other materials, profitability increased to 10.9%. What is the connect with? We note about the significant problems with electricity and staffing. Please comment on the data provided.
Thank you very much for the question. In the work on analyzing the development of light industry enterprise, we noted that such enterprises relatively quickly adapted to the new realities of functioning in conditions of full-scale war. And this trend is associated with the rapid response of studied enterprise to market demand. A significant part of the enterprise begin to fulfill orders that meet the needs of security and defense, and the volume of production of clothes for the army personnel has also been significantly increased. It is due to guaranteed orders at the state level and the growth in demand for military-related products counted for the profitability of such enterprise. Although this is not very high, 10.9 is not very high profitability, considering the level of inflation in the country. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. And the next question. When determining the level of readiness of the enterprise for the implementation of marketing tools, slide 12, you examine the objective and subjective components of the assessment. Explain in more detail the essence of such components.
Thank you very much for the question. Regarding the objective assessment of the readiness of the studied enterprise to implement marketing tools, the dissertation proposed to calculate the coefficient of variation based on the dynamic of the retained earnings of the studied enterprise. Retained earnings are important financial indicator, and their coefficient amount indicate the financial stability and reinvestment of capabilities of the enterprise, which ensure the stability of implementation of marketing tool. And the subjective assessment involves assessing the readiness of the enterprise to implement marketing tools proposed to carry it out on the basis of the expert survey of management and specialized working at the studied enterprise according to 4 key parameters. 1, the level of economic coefficient of marketing management at the enterprise. 2, the level of organizational readiness of the enterprise to implement marketing tools. 3rd, the level of technological readiness of the enterprise to implement marketing tools. And lastly, the risk-taking of the enterprise management in reinvesting in new initiatives. For example, such assessment is given on slide 13 to 14. Thank you.
Marta Ivanina, are you satisfied with the applicant's response?
Yes.
Thank you. And the next question is from Olena Ivanivna Zaitseva, PhD in economics, professor at the Department of Marketing, State University of Trade and Economics. Please.
I'm sorry. On slide 2, please. When defining the concept of marketing tools, you note that this is set of methods and means used by enterprises for the effective implementation of marketing policies. What policies do you have in mind?
Thank you very much for the question. First of all, by marketing policies, we mean product policy, sales policy, communication policy, and pricing policy, which directly ensure the adaptation of the enterprise to market changes and competitiveness and achievement of the strategic goals. Consequently, the financial and economic indicators of the enterprise, as well as its level of economic security of the enterprise are increased. Thank you very much.
Okay. Regarding slide 4, where indicators for assessing threats to the economic security of the enterprise from a marketing perspective presented. Can you elaborate on whether these indicators exclusively pertinent to the marketing sphere or process broader applicability?
Thank you very much for the question. Thank you. Indeed, the presented indicators relate not only for the marketing sphere, especially the indicator for external influence, which characterize the institutional environment of the enterprise functioning and general situation in the market, but the indicator for internal influence directly relate to the marketing sphere and allow us to assess the impact of the marketing component on the economic security of the enterprise. Thank you very much.
Then Ivan, are you content with the response provided?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. I also have a few questions for the applicant, and my first question will be next regarding slide 16. In the proposed mechanism for ensuring the economic security of light industry enterprises through the application of marketing tools, you tangibly address the utilizing of artificial intelligence. Could you elaborate on whether your research has explored the potential threats everything from the implementation of artificial intelligence, or do you consider this technology to be exclusively beneficial for enterprise operation and its economic security?
Thank you, Chairperson, for the question. This touches upon fundamental philosophical debate and discussion surrounding the implication of artificial intelligence are ongoing. However, in my assessment, at the current stage of societal development, artificial intelligence in marketing possesses potential to significantly transform both the direct presentation of product and identification of consumer preferences. It is within this framework that I consider it. Nevertheless, the inherent risks are undeniable, as pervades digitalization of socio-economic and product process, while enhancing the productivity also introduce a port. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you. And I also have a question about the structure of the mechanism. Tell me, who will directly implement in at the enterprise?
Thank you for the question. The direct implementation of this mechanism at the enterprise will necessitate the collaboration effort of the Economic Security Service and Marketing Department, given that the research positions marketing tool as a crucial element in enhancing overall enterprise manageability and ensuring economic security. Effective and clear interaction between responsible personnel in both marketing and economic security is paramount to achieving a positive outcome. This collaboration has a potential to generate a synergetic effect whereby multiplication of financial results given by increased sales volume and amplify the financial component of the economic security. Thank you.
Thank you for your answers. I'm satisfied. And dear members of the one-time specialized academic council, are there any further questions regarding the main provisions and results of the scientific research conducted by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа? None? Very well, thank you. We shall now proceed to the discussion of the dissertation research. Dear official opponents and reviewers, since all your reviews and feedback have been published on the official website of Hmельницкий National University and uploaded to the NAQA system, and all relevant documents are included in the case file, you are invited to either present the full text of your review and response, or deliver a concise summary with mandatory emphasis of remarks, critical comments, and the discussion points concerning the dissertation. And the floor is given to reviewer Irina Vasilyevna Zakryzhevska, PhD in economics, associate professor, head of the Department of Marketing at Khmelnytsky National University. Please, Irina Vasilyevna.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, I submitted my review in a timely manner, and it has been published on the official website of Khmelnytsky National University. Therefore, I will focus on the key aspects and comments regarding the dissertation. The relevance of the research is beyond doubt, as marketing tools are not only a necessary component for ensuring the economic security of enterprises, but also a crucial factor in the development of domestic business entities. The importance of the topic is further supported by the dissertation alignment with the research agenda of Khmelnytsky National University. The results of the study conducted by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа contributed to the implementation of the university's research project titled Modeling Strategies for the Safe Development of Innovation-Oriented Socio-Economic Systems. State registration number 0122U001212. The objectives outlined in the dissertation have been fulfilled, leading to new scientific results, which are also supported by certificates of implementation at light industry enterprises. These findings have been appropriately published in the applicant's scientific works. Moreover, the dissertation complies with the standards of academic integrity and contains no instances of plagiarism. Overall, the work meets all current requirements for scientific research at this level. However, despite the positive aspects of the dissertation, the work contains a number of debatable points. Namely, 1. On page 40, the author provides an original definition of the concept of marketing security as a state of protection of an enterprise from internal and external threats in each of the key marketing policies, namely product, distribution, communication, and pricing, which ensure adaptation to market changes, competitiveness, and achievement of the enterprise's strategic goal. In our considered opinion, prior to formulating this definition, it would have been advantageous to undertake a preliminary analysis and synthesis of extant scientific approaches to the interpretation of the marketing component of economic security. This would have served to deepen the theoretical underpinning of the proposed definition and enhance its conceptual validity. 2. The dissertation appropriately addresses the importance of digital marketing tools. However, it would be beneficial to separately highlight the role of immersive technologies, which are increasingly being integrated into modern marketing practices. These technologies are increasingly significant in the execution of online events, the enhancement of customer experience, and the cultivation of interactive communication with target audience. 3. In table 1.8, the author classifies indicators for assessing threats to the economic security of an enterprise from a marketing perspective, dividing them into external and internal factors. At the same time, it would be advisable to supplement the list of internal indicators with metrics that reflects the state and the effectiveness of the enterprise communication policy. As early section of the dissertation emphasized that all elements of the marketing mix, including communications, are considered internal factors. 4. In subsection 2.3, the author identifies 4 parameters for the subjective assessment of enterprises' readings. to implement marketing tools based on an expert survey of managers and specialists at Брат, Хмельницька, швейна фабрика Лілея. On our opinion, restricting the expert sample to a single enterprise may limit the representativeness of the finding. It would be advisable to involve experts from multiple enterprises to ensure a more generalized and objective assessment. 5. In section 3.2, the author provides a justification for employing expert survey in the development of a model for ensuring economic security through marketing tools. However, a more detailed exposition of the rationale behind conducting second and third rounds of the expert survey, particularly in instances where a significant divergence on opinion was evident, would be appropriate. This would serve to fortify the justification of the methodological approach and enhance transparency in the decision-making process. The above comments are intended to serve as discussion points during the dissertation defense and underscore the complexity and relevance of the research topic. At the same time, they do not affect the overall positive evolution of dissertation or the scientific results achieved by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа. The research is characterized by the comprehensiveness, logical structure, and completeness. The chosen dissertation topic has been executively explored, the stated objective has been attained, and the research tasks have been successfully accomplished. The principal scientific proposition of the study have been substantiated and are adequately presented in the applicant published scholarly works. The dissertation has been executed at a high scientific, theoretical, methodological, and practical standard. Based on the above, it can be included that the dissertation of Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа, entitled Marketing Tools for Ensuring for Economic Security of Enterprise, submitted for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, complies with the following requirements. The procedure for the training of higher education applicants for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Science in Higher Education Institution, Scientific Institution, approved by Resolution number 261 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, date March 23, 2016, as amended. The requirements for the preparation of dissertation approved by Order number 40 of the Ministry of Education of Science of Ukraine, date January 12, 2017, as amended. The procedure of awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancelling the decision of one-time specialized academic council of a higher education or scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy approved by Resolution number 44 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, date January 12, 2022, as amended. Consequently, the author, Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа, is deemed worthy of the conferral of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in a specialty 075 Marketing, Field to Knowledge 07 Management and Administration. The floor is now given to Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа to respond to the review's remarks.
I sincerely thank Irina Vasilievna for your thorough analysis of the dissertation, valuable comment, and constructive suggestion, which help to reconsider certain aspects of the research in greater depth, as well as undoubtedly contribute to enhancing its scientific quality. Please allow me to provide response to comment raised. Regarding the first comment, the dissertation focused on systematization of the perspective of Ukrainian scholar is substantiated by orientation towards the specific characteristics of domestic entrepreneurship, and particularly in Ukraine market. Whilst incorporating international experience is certainly valuable, the primary goal for the study was to develop a tool specifically for Ukrainian realities. Nevertheless, the literature review incorporates the work of Kotler, Armstrong, and McCarthy, which reflect a global perspective on marketing and form a theoretical basis for the author's interpretation of concept of marketing security. Second, on the limit coverage of immersive technologies as a comment of marketing, the author concurs that the immersive technology represent highly promising advancing in digital marketing, particularly with regard to argument of customer engagement, the enhancement of brand interaction, and personalization of communication. However, the preview of this dissertation primarily emphasized tools currently actively employed by light industry enterprise in Ukraine, which frequently operate under budgetary constraint in the digital sphere. Given the recent stage and rapid evolution of immersive technology, their operations into marketing strategy necessitate separate in-depth investigation focusing on the factors which technologically readiness, infrastructure, staff digital competitiveness, and anticipated effectiveness, consequently the area identified as a subject for future research. Thirdly, regarding the expansion of internal impact of indicators in Table 1.8, the classification in Table 1.8 is based on the sources of threat internal versus external, rather than element of marketing mix. Despite this, the table already incorporates indicators that are related to communication policy, such as customer loyalty level or frequency of customer inquiries, and satisfaction with the information support. These indicators reflect communication effectiveness without retaining such elements of the marketing mix. However, communication policy was also addressed in the context of evaluating the marketing environment in section 2.1 and in the development of the marketing monitoring system. 4. On the use of expert assessment from the single enterprise, the selection of Platt, Chmельnicki, Schwerner, Fabrica, Lilly for the expert assessment was due to its high maturity level in marketing, well-established management process, and experience in implementing digital tools. This enabled the collection of high, in-depth, and reliable analytical data. The dissertation note in section 2 conclusion that the proposed model is intended for scaling the other enterprises in future research stage. Fifth, on the justification and the second and third round of the expert survey, as noted in paragraph 3.2, the Delphi method was employed, which inherently include the multiple rounds to achieve consensus among experts. Given the complex and interdisciplinary nature of assessing marketing tools in the context of economic security, the first round identified a wide range of expert opinion. Significantly, variability observed in the round would have undermined the reliability of the model. The second round was used to minimize the disciplinaries through the feedback based on the suggested results. In the third round, ensure the convenience and stability of expert opinion, enabling the calculation of justified weighted average value for model parameters. The multi-round approach complies with scientific and methodological standards for ensuring the reliability multi-factor expert evaluation, helping to reduce subjective and enhance the robustness of the result. That the result of the rounds was necessary to ensure validity, consistency, and credibility, which are critical when building models for ensuring the enterprise economic security through marketing tools. Thank you very much.
Irina Vasylyevna, are you satisfied with the responses to your comments?
Yes, thank you, Joshua. I'm satisfied.
The floor is given to reviewer Olena Valentinівна Savchenko, Associate Professor of the Department of Management and Administration, Hmельницький National University. Please, Olena Valentinівna.
Dear members of the Specialized Academic Council, I also submitted my review on time, and it has been published on the institutional's official website in accordance with the current regulations. I lend my full support for the perspective expressed by Irina Vasilyevna Zakrzewska concerning the relevance of the dissertation topic, given the pivotal role of marketing in the functioning of modern enterprises. The associated tools are undeniably essential for safeguarding their economic security. Within this framework, it is a considerable relevance to explore marketing tools from the perspective of their contribution to the identification of external and internal threats, the maintenance of stable client base, the management of reputational risks, the enablement of digital marketing positioning, and the monitoring of the competitive environment. The dissertation adheres to a conventional academic structure, and its contents are reflected in numerous scientific publications by the applicant. Regarding the aspects of scientific novelty, I would particularly underscore the novel development of the model for ensuring enterprise economic security, grounded in the substantial optional array of marketing instruments. This model integrates pricing policy, the impact of exogenous variables, and proposes a mechanism specially adapted for the high-flight industry enterprises, considering the differentiated characteristics of both B2B and B2C customer relationship paradigm. While highly appreciating the scientific and merit value of the dissertation research conducted by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа, I would also deem it pertinent the delineate several discussional points and offer the subsequent remarks. The first one. The subsession 1.3, the author justifiably emphasizes marketing threats as integral to the enterprise economic security framework. However, while communication risks are acknowledged, the dissertation provides an insufficient treatment of threats arising from distorted or erroneous perception of marketing information by either customers or employees. Those may constitute a form of latent marketing vulnerability. It would be judicious to incorporate this issue as a discrete category within the marketing threat monitoring system. The second, the author identifies financial stability as one of the criteria for introducing marketing tools at Pratt Хмельницька швейна фабрика Лілея and other similar enterprises. In our considered opinion, financial stability represents a multi-faceted concept that cannot be adequately assessed through the capital structure indicator alone. A more comprehensive evaluation would necessitate the consideration of the broader array of financial indicators. The third, in subsection 3.1, the dissertation presents a mechanism for ensuring economic security based on the use of marketing tools. However, the potential risks associated with implementing this mechanism are not sufficiently specified. While their conclusions highlight the anticipated effectiveness, they do not adequately discuss possible implementation barriers, such as resistance to change, organizational inertia, limited sources, and external uncertainty. Addressing those factors would enhance the practical applicability and adaptability of the proposed mechanism. The fourth one, the composition of the expert group used to assess enterprise readiness for implementing marketing tools, subsection 3.2 and 3.3 requires rather clarification. The dissertation does not sufficiently disclose the qualifications, professional backgrounds, and positions of the selected experts. Providing a more detailed profile of an expert group would help strengthen the scientific credibility and representativeness of the expert assessment. In summation, the dissertation of Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа on the topic marketing tools for ensuring the economic security of the enterprise constitutes a completed and autonomously conducted scientific investigation, wherein the author has achieved novel, scientifically sustained, and practically significant findings. Taking into account the submitted dissertation meets the requirements of the procedure for the preparation of candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Science in higher educational institutions, approved by Resolution number 261 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, dated March 23, 2016, as amended. The requirements for the preparation of dissertation approved by Order number 14 of the Ministry of Education and Science in Ukraine, dated by January 12, 2017, as amended. The procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancelling the decision of the one-time specialized academic council or the higher education institution of scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, approved by Resolution number 44 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, dated by January 12, 2022, as amended. Wherefore, Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа is considered worthy of the award or the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in specialty 075 Marketing within the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration.
Thank you very much. And the floor is now given to Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа to respond to the reviewers' comments. Please, Joshua. Thank you.
Thank you. Sincerely thankful to Olena Valentivna for your thorough analysis for the dissertation, valuable comment, constructive suggestion, which have made it possible to reconsider certain aspects of the study more deeply and will undoubtedly contribute to enhancing its scientific quality. Please allow me to address the comment provided regarding the insufficient analysis of threat rising from distortion perception of marketing information by customers or employee. Indeed, subsection 1.3 primarily focuses on the identification of marketing threat originating from both external and internal environment, wherein the communication component was considered through prism of indicators of reflecting the efficiency of marketing interaction. The issue of distorted perception of marketing information by customers or staff is undeniably pertinent, particularly in the digital era, wherein the rapid dissemination of content via social media or the misinterpretation of internal communication may endanger reputation or operational risk. However, in the preview of the study, primarily emphasized quantitative and operational indicators amended to objective measurement and generation within the developed mechanism. The author fully acknowledged the significance of considering a psychomostanic distortion, yet persists. This is a subject of subsequent stage of enhancing the economic security system, specifically through the lens of cognitive and behavioral marketing. Regarding the criteria for prerequisite for implementation of marketing tools, specifically financial stability, in subsection 2.2, the financial stability was used as a generalizing criterion that reflects an enterprise's ability to maintain sustainable financial condition in dynamic environment and to provide adequate resources for implementation of marketing tools. The digital structure was selected as representative indicator that allow for quantitative assessment of ratio between the enterprise-owned borrowed funds and essential factors in forming investment capacity. Thus, this study capital structure function as a quantitative operationalization of financial stability. This methodological approach does not contradict the underlying logic of the assessment, rather to ensure its alignment with the prevailing real-world condition under which the studied enterprise operates. Regarding the explanation for the condition of expert group, the formation of the expert group adhered to the selection criteria predication in relevance, professional expert, and practical experience in evaluating the enterprise readiness for implementation of marketing tools. The composition of the group comprises Hill to Financial Department, Chief Marketing Specialists, Commercial Directors, and Senior Executives from the enterprises under study. The main professional experience of the expert in marketing and managerial supersede 7 years. Therefore, ensuring the high degree of competence and reliability of the assessment. The limited disclosure of detailed expert profile was due to confidentiality requirement and impossibility of publicly sharing this information. Thank you.
Elena Valentina, are you satisfied with the applicant's response to your comments?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. The floor is given to opponent Marta Ivanina Kopytko, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Head of the Department of Management and Economic Security at Lviv State University of Internal Affairs. Please, Marta Ivanina.
I sincerely thank you for opportunities to participate in the work of the Specialized Academic Council at Khmelnytsky National University. I submitted my official review in a timely manner, and it has been published in accordance with the established procedure. Therefore, I will briefly focus on the key aspects. Regarding the relevance of the research, I would like to emphasize that economic security is no longer limited to a purely financial dimension. It increasingly reflects a complex interdisciplinary concepts encompassing organizational, informational, marketing, and strategic components. Among the key factors that determine an enterprise's resilience in turbulent market conditions is marketing, particularly the effective applicant or marketing tool. I can confirm that the reliability of the research result is supported by the use of representative data set based on information from domestic light industry enterprises, the practical implementation of the study's findings, the real companies, including Pank Хмельницька швейна фабрика Лілея, Товбембі, TDV Полтавська фірма Ворскла. testing within the framework of the research topic conducted at Khmelnytsky National University. The publication of dissertation main findings in professional scientific journals and in collections of materials of scientific and practical conferences. During the course of the research, Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа adheres to the principles of academic integrity and copyright regulation. No violations such as plagiarism or misuse of intellectual property have been identified. The dissertation includes proper references to relevant sources listed in the bibliography and the applicant's personal contribution to accurate publication in clearly defined. However, the dissertation also contains several debatable providing, namely, in the first section, while summarizing the theoretical foundation of using marketing tools to ensure the economic security of an enterprise, the author mainly focused on traditional marketing concepts. In our opinion, it would be advisable to provide a more in-depth analysis of the role of personalizing marketing analytics, and artificial intelligence in the concept of the modern economy security of enterprises. Chapter 1, pages 50-59. Defining the architecture of marketing monitoring system for identifying threats to the economic security of the enterprise, the author concentrates the process of threat identification. However, the study does not sufficiently explore the response mechanism to these identified threats for the integration of marketing activities into the broader framework of corporate crisis management. Chapter 1, pages 63-76. In the second section, when assessing enterprises' readiness to implement marketing tools, it would be appropriate to expand the list of evaluation parameters by including indicators of digital maturity, which increasingly influence marketing performance in the context of the digital economy. Section 2, pages 122-136. Also, the study devotes considerable attention to light industry enterprises. The research result would appear more robust if a comparative analysis has been conducted with enterprise from other sectors, such as the food or machinery industries, to better reflect the industry-specific features of marketing tool application. The tested model for ensuring economic security, Section 3, demonstrates its applicability in turbulent conditions. However, it would be beneficial to analyze more thoroughly the risk associated with the enterprise over-reliance on digital communication channel, particularly in the context of cybersecurity threats and the potential failures in information infrastructure. Section 3, pages 163-174. It is important to emphasize that these remarks to do the mission in scientific and practical value of the dissertation by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа, which present innovative approaches to addressing the stated research problem. General conclusion. The dissertation by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа entitled Marketing Tools for Ensuring the Economic Security of an Enterprise, submitted for defense before the Specialized Academic Council for the award to the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Specialty 075 Marketing meets the established academic and regulatory standards in terms of relevance, the scientific and theoretical level of research, the validity of the main results, the publication of core findings in professional journals, the originality, the research approach, and the practical significance of the work. The dissertation fully complies with the provision of Resolution number 44 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, dates January 12, 222, on the approval of the procedure for the awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the cancellation of the decision of the one-term specialized academic council of a higher education institution or specific scientific institution on awarding the degree of a Doctor of Philosophy, as amended by resolution number 507, dates May 3, 224. Accordingly, the author, Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа, deserves to be awarded the scientific degree of Doctor of Philosophy in specialty 075 Marketing.
Thank you very much. And the floor is now given to Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа to respond to the opponent's remarks. Please, Joshua.
Thank you. I'm sincerely thankful to the official opponent, Marta Ivanovna, for her thorough analysis for the dissertation, valuable comment, and constructive suggestion. I fully agree with the first and third comment, and I would like to offer the following response regarding the other remarks. Regarding the second comment, allow me to clarify my position. The corporate anti-crisis management system was not focus of this study, as it is comprising specific elements that require a different research approach and not developed for specialized recommendations. As for response mechanism to threat, these were presented in greater detail in subsection 3.1, using the examples of trolling operation to illustrate the balance of risk factors and safety factors in figure 3.9. This approach to mitigating negative impact can be effectively applied to a wide range of operation process at light industry process. In response to the fourth comment, it should be noted that the functioning of light industry enterprise involve unique characteristics related to consumer behavior and current condition of their operation. In contrast, enterprise in sectors such as food production or machine building apply significantly different approaches to marketing tool, utilizing which would complicate valid comparison of results and hinder the development of effective and targeted recommendation. Furthermore, the inclusion of such comparison analysis will be substantially expanded in the volume of dissertation, exceeding the limit defined by the academic standard. Regarding the fifth comment, I would like to state that the following realistic assessment of the cybersecurity risk or information infrastructure failure in extremely complex tasks, often only possible retrospectively. Under wartime conditions, the notion of an enterprise over-dependence on digital communication channel become particularly context sensitive due to the frequent power outage and infrastructure damage. Nevertheless, market at most enterprises are fully aware of this vulnerability and take them into account when developing a product promotion strategy. This said, the issue of digital dependency and related risks remain highly relevant and warrant further research in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marta Ivanovna. Are you satisfied with the applicant's response?
Yes.
Okay, the floor is given to opponent Elena Ivanovna Zaitseva, PhD in economics, professor at the Department of Marketing, State University of Trade and Economics. Please, Elena Ivanovna. Elena Ivanovna, we don't hear you.
Sorry. I sincerely thank you for the opportunity to serve as an opponent for such an interesting and relevant dissertation. My review was submitted in a timely manner and published on the official website of Хмельницький National University. So I will focus on the key point. The relevance of the topic lies in the need to develop adaptive marketing management that enable enterprises to promptly respond to crisis-related changes in the environment, identify and neutralize potential threats and transform risks into strategy opportunities. The research directly aligns with the priority scientific areas under specialty marketing. And is also well integrated with interdisciplinary field such as strategic management, crisis management, digital transformation in sustainable development. The dissertation complies with current academic standards and presents elements of scientific novelty, which are clearly reflected in the applicant's publication. While I positively evaluate the dissertation by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа, also important to highlight some discussion point and remark. In the section where the term marketing security is defined and would be useful to compare this concept with related terms used in international academic literature, such as market risk management and brand resilience in order to prevent possible overlap or terminological confusion. Subsection 1.1, page 39, 46. In subsection 1.2, the author should have provided more in their justification of how individual marketing tools influence specific elements of the economic security system. The impact of such tools requires further elaborating through practical business example. In section 2.1, the analysis of the operational environment of light industry enterprises could be expanded to include not only legislative and competitive factors, but also behavioral factors related to consumer behavior in B2C markets. Section 3.1 present a general framework for the mechanism of ensuring economic security, taking into account B2B and B2C models. However, in the B2B context, there is insufficient attention to tools such as affiliate marketing, corporate loyalty program, and supplier level personalization. Strengthening this aspect would enhance the practical applicability of the model. Section 3 would benefit from additional example illustrating the relationship between marketing tools and key financial indicator such as profitability, return on investment, and cash flow. This will provide a stronger justification for the impact of marketing on economic security. Nevertheless, the above-mentioned remark do not affect the overall positive impression of the work and do not diminish its scientific or practical significance. The dissertation represents an original and independent research study addressing an important and timely usually the use of marketing tools in ensuring the economic security of enterprises. General conclusion. The dissertation by Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа, titled Marketing Tools for Ensuring the Economic Security of an Enterprise, is a completed scientific work in which the author has obtained new scientifically grounded result. Collectively, these results contribute to solving an important scientific problem, namely the theoretical and methodological justification of key provision and the develop of practical recommendation for the use of marketing tools to ensure the economic security of enterprises. The dissertation fully complies with the requirements of specialty marketing and with applicable regulatory documents, including Resolution number 44 of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, dated January 20, on the approval of the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the cancellation of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council of higher educational institute of scientific institution on awarding the degree in Doctor Philosophy. And other number 14 of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, dated January 12, on the approval of the requirements of the design of a dissertation. Therefore, the author, Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа, deserves to be awarded the scientific degree of Doctors of Philosophy of the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration, specialty 075 Marketing.
Thank you, Olena Ivanivna. Thank you. And the floor is now given to Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа to respond to the opponent's remarks. Please.
I sincerely thank the official opponent, Olena Ivanovna, for your thorough analysis of the dissertation and valuable comment and constructive suggestion. I concur fully with the first and fourth comment and would like to provide response to the remaining remarks. With regard to the second comment, it is pertinent to note that the analysis of the impact of marketing tool on the economic security system of the enterprise was undertaken within subsection 2.2. Whilst more granular position of such impact at the theoretical level may indeed be warranted, its inclusion would necessitate the substantiate larger volume of material potential disruption overall structural equilibrium of the dissertation. With respect to the third comment, it is validity to acknowledge, nevertheless, the identification in change of institutional level and competitiveness behavior remain feasible, even under wartime exigencies. Whereas the capture of behavioral factors on the part of B2C consumer present considerable challenges owing to numerous unpredictable phenomena ended by environmental sustainability. Subsequently, the focus of this task was directed towards analysis of those factors that would have reliably identified and assessed. In response to the fifth comment, I would like to emphasize that direct correlation between marketing tools and key financial indicators of enterprise is not always immediately observable. The application of marketing tools often has a delayed long-term impact, which may eventually contribute positively to the financial performance. In practice, the use of marketing instruments can lead to unexpected yet favorable outcomes, such as increased customer loyalty and hence brand recognition and ultimately additional profit. This effect can then play a crucial role in strengthening the overall economic security of the enterprise. Thank you very much.
Olena Ivanivna, are you satisfied with the applicant's response?
Yes, thank you.
Dear members of the one-time specialized academic council, let's move on of the scientific discussion. I ask the members of the one-time specialized academic council to evaluate the scientific level of the dissertation of Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа and his scientific publications, taking into account academic integrity, and also ask to establish the level of acquisition by the applicant of the theoretical and applied knowledge, relevant skills, abilities, and competences. I would like to invite all members of the Specialized Academic Council to contribute to the discussion. The floor is open for discussion. Who would like to begin? The floor is given to the official reviewer, Захист Ірина Васильівна, PhD in Economics, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of Marketing of Hmельницький National University.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, today we will participate in a substantive scientific discussion grounded in the finding of a highly relevant and engaged dissertation. Indeed, marketing tools are used by almost all enterprises, and their transformation is taking place extremely quickly. In general, a source of the dissertation itself, the level of its presentation, and the answers to the questions of our esteemed applicant allow me to attend to the high level of his theoretical preparation and the truly new scientific results presented in the dissertation. The relevance of the topic is beyond doubt. The knobs of academic integrity have been observed. The dissertation meets the current requirements, and Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа deserves to be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 075 Marketing.
Thank you, Irina Vasilivna. The floor is given to the official reviewer, Olena Valentinina Savchenko, PhD in Economics, Associate Professor at the Department of Management and Administration, Hmельницький National University.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, I believe I have every reason to address our applicant directly today because this defense clearly demonstrates that we are dealing with a well-developed scholar who proceeds with a clear vision of scientific problems and tasks in the field of marketing. In many contemporary studies, practical tools are often overlooked, even though they serve as the foundation for implementing innovative ideas and operational proposals aimed at improving enterprise value processes. Today, economic security is a matter of concern for virtually every enterprise, yet the practical means of ensuring it are often unclear. In this dissertation, Joshua Asamoah-Черемех set out a number of clear defined objectives, all of which we have successfully met. His work has produced novel results which have already found practical application in wide enterprises, particularly in improving the function of market systems and their instrumental frameworks. Based on the result of scientific discussion and my analysis of the dissertation, I confidently conclude that Asamoah-Черемех Joshua deserves to be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in 075 Marketing. I support both the dissertation and the applicant. Thank you.
We don't hear you.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Olena Valentinivna. The floor is given to the official opponent, Doctor of Economics, Professor Marta Ivanina Kopytko, Head of the Department of Management and Economic Security at Lviv State University of Internal Affairs. And one moment, 2 minutes, I will be here. Please, Marta Ivanina.
Thank you for the floor. I wish to commend the high quality of the presentation of the dissertation scientific results, as well as the thorough academic review conducted both the Hmельницький National University and by the one-time specialized academic council. I am genuinely impressed by the focus of the study on marketing tools for ensuring economic security, as this is not trivial and underexplored topic that offers substantial room for further research. Taking into account the applicant's review's theoretical foundation, this comprehensive awareness of various marketing aspects, the significant scientific results obtained, and the high quality of his defense. I am firmly convinced that Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа merits the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Please 1 minute pause because chairman feels bad. We're waiting for you. No.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Marta Ivanivna. And the floor is given to the official opponent, candidate of economic science, Professor Olena Ivanivna Zaitseva, professor at the Department of Marketing, State University of Trade and Economics. Please.
Thank you. Dear colleague, thank you for giving me the floor. I would like to reiterate the conclusion presented in my official review regarding the suitability of Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Marketing. Allow me to substantiate my position. The result of today's scientific discussion clearly demonstrate the unanimous agreement among the council member concerning the applicants' robust theoretical background, as well as the practical implementation of innovative ideas and proposals containing elements scientific novelty, which duly conform by supporting documentation. The topic and the content of the dissertation clearly correspond to the specialty 075 marketing. All of the stating research objective have been fully achieved, and the conclusion well substantiated and logically derived from the findings. However, this observation does not in any way diminish the scientific and practical significance of the dissertation under review. I fully support the dissertation and the applicate, and I reform my conclusion. Asamoah-Черемех Джошуа deserve to be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy Marketing.
Thank you, Elena Ivanina. Dear members of the Specialized Academic Council, allow me to join the scientific discussion. As a chairperson of the Specialized Academic Council, I would like to confirm the availability of all required documents and the high quality of their preparation, which reflects the applicant's responsible attitude not only toward completing such a relevant and well-developed dissertation, but also towards the entire dissertation defense procedure. All members of the Council have noted the presence of scientific novelty and the practical implementation of the research results, which are mandatory criteria for a dissertation of this level. I would also like to highlight the applicant's use of economic and mathematical modeling tools, which are particularly close to my academic interests. Their correct and appropriate application in relation to the topic of research significantly strengthens overall quality of the work. I would also like to acknowledge the thorough analysis of the operations of domestic enterprises, as well as the macro and meso-level market analysis. The use of statistical data allows for a sound and justified development of practical recommendations and proposals, particularly in section 3 of the dissertation. Therefore, taking into account the high level of scientific discussion, their comprehensive response to comments, and their clear and professional presentation of the research results, I am confident and Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа deserves to be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Specialty 075 Marketing. Thank you. The floor is now given to the scientific supervisor, Doctor of Economics, Professor, and Dean of the Faculty of Management, Administration, and Tourism at Хмельницький National University, Евгению Миколаевичу Рудниченко.
Микрофон.
Sorry, I express my sincere gratitude to the members of the Specialized Academic Council for their professional work and the high evaluation of the presented dissertation. I am in full agreement with the observation and suggestion made during the discussion and believe they are valuable for further development of this research. Today, Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа has demonstrated himself to be well-prepared researcher with an independent vision for solving practical scientific problems in the field of marketing. He is characterized by present tense, high diligence, and ability to generate original idea, and strong skill in deep statistical analysis. All necessary feedback and recommendation from my side were submitted to the RED system in a timely manner. Therefore, I will not take up and more of your time and respectfully request the Council to support the dissertation and our applicant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Evgeny Mykolaievich. Perhaps someone else wants to join the scientific discussion on the dissertation of Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа. No? If there are no more people who want to speak, the scientific discussion is over. Following the presentation of the main scientific results in the dissertation of Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа on the topic Marketing Tools for Ensuring the Economic Security of Enterprise, the presented reviewers and the responses of the opponents, and having conducted a scientific discussion, we shall now proceed to an open vote for awarding the scientific degree of Doctor of Philosophy to Asamоах-Черемех Джошуа. In accordance with the established procedure, it is necessary to conduct an open vote of the chairman and members of the one-time specialized academic council, wherein each voting participant openly expresses their position for or against the conferral of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I ask every man to participate in the vote. I shall begin with my own vote. I, Tchaikovskyina Igorevna, vote for the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to Joshua Asamоах-Черемех. Thank you. And Kopytko Marta Ivanina, I would like to ask you to express your position regarding to the conferral of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy upon Joshua Asамоах-Черемех.
I, Kopytko Marta Ivanina, vote for the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Joshua Asамоах-Черемех.
Thank you. Zaytseva Olena Ivanivna. We don't hear you.
I, Zaitseva Olena Ivanivna, vote for the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to Joshua Asамоах-Черемех.
Thank you, Олена Іванівна. Закрижевська Ірина Васильівна.
I, Zakrzewska Irina Vasilievna, vote for the awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to Joshua Asамоах-Черемех.
Thank you. Олена Валентинівна Савченко.
I, Olena Valentinivna Savchenko, vote for the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to Joshua Asamоах-Черемех.
Thank you. Therefore, let us summarize the results of the open vote regarding the conferral of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy upon Asамоах-Черемех Joshua. Affirmative votes for 5 members of the council, negative votes against none, abstentions none. Estimate guests, all members of the council have received the draft resolution of the specialized academic council concerning the conferral of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to the applicant Asамоах-Черемех Joshua. I propose that we now proceed to the discuss of the draft decision of the one-time specialized academic council. Is the content of the draft decision familiar to all members? May I propose that we take the draft decision serve as a foundation for our final resolution? Yes. Does anyone have any comments or suggestions regarding the draft decision? No. Do any members of the one-time specialized academic council have a dissension opinion regarding the applicant's adherence to academic integrity in the preparation of the dissertation of during the defense procedure? In the absence of any comments, I move that we proceed to the vote on the adoption of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council. The voting results as follows. In favor, 5, against none, abstained none. The decision is adopted unanimously. I will now read the official resolution of the Specialized Academic Council, PhD 8117, concerning the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to Asamоах-Черемех Joshua. Decision of the one-time Specialized Academic Council, PhD 8117, on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Doctor of Philosophy candidate Joshua Asamоах-Черемех, born in the 1982, citizen in Ghana, educational background, a graduate from Vasil Stus Donetsk National University, Vinnytsia, in 2017, with a degree in business administration. Professional experience. Since 2014, he has been working as the Director of Education Consulting, LLC. Postgraduate studies. From 2020 to 2025, he pursued postgraduate student at Hmельницкий National University, where he completed the educational and scientific program marketing. Field of knowledge 07, management and administration, specialty 075, marketing. The one-time Specialized Academic Council, PhD 8117, was established by Order Number 20 AS of Hmельницкий National University, date March 18, 2025. At the meeting held on May 14, 2025, the one-time Specialized Academic Council, PhD 8117, decided to award the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration to Joshua Asamoah-Черемех on the basis of the public defense of his dissertation titled Marketing Tools for Ensuring the Economic Security of the Enterprise, submitted in the specialty 075 Marketing. The dissertation was completed at Hmельницкий National University of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, Хмельницький. Scientific supervisor Evgeny Mykolaievich Rudnichenko, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Dean of the Faculty of Management, Administration and Tourism, Hmельницкий National University. The dissertation was submitted in the form of a specialty prepared manuscript which presents specifically substantiated theoretical and practical results characterized by conceptual unity, clarity of presentation, and demonstrated the author's personal contribution of advancement of science. The dissertation represents a completed scientific study that addresses a scientific problem, the theoretical substantiation and methodological development of approaches for applying marketing tools to ensure the economic security of enterprises. The dissertation is written in the stage language and complies with the requirement for dissertation formatting as approved by Order number 40 of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, dated January 12, 2017. The application has 14 scientific publications related to the topic of the dissertation, including 8 articles in Ukraine category B, professional scientific journals. Participants in the discussion: the following members of the one-time specialized academic council, chairperson, reviewers, official opponent, took part in the discussion and expressed their views. Закрижевська Ірина Васильівна, PhD in economics, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of Marketing, Хмельницький National University, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine.
No comments.
Савченко Олена Валентинівна, PhD in Economics, Associate Professor, Department of Management and Administration, Хмельницький National University, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. No comments. Копитко Марта Іванівна, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Head of the Department of Management and Economic Security, Lviv State University of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine. No comments. Зайцева Олена Іванівна, PhD in Economics, Professor, Department of Marketing, State University of Trade and Economics, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. No comments. And Чайковська Інна Ігорівна, Doctor of Economics, Professor, Department of Economics, Analytics, Modeling and Information Technologies in Business, Хмельницький National University, Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. No comments. No dissenting opinions were submitted by the members of the one-time specialized academic council regarding to the content of the dissertation, the applicant's adherence to academic integrity of the conduct of the defense procedure. The outcome of the open vote indicates affirmative votes for 5 members of the council, negative votes against none, abstentions none. Decision: pursuant to the result of the open vote, the one-time specialized academic council PhD 8117 of Хмельницький National University, Ministry of Education, Science of Ukraine, hereby awards Joshua Asamоах-Черемех the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration, specialty 075 Marketing. Thus, based on the result of the public defense and the outcome of the open vote, the one-time specialized academic council PhD H117 concluded that the dissertation of Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа complies with the requirements of the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancellation of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council of a higher education institution of scientific institution on and awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy approved by the resolution number 44 of the Cabinet Ministers of Ukraine dated January 12, 2022 as amended. The Council unanimously decided to award Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration, specialty 075 Marketing. The floor is now given to the applicant Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа. Please, Joshua.
I'd like to thank the chairperson, reviewers, official opponent, my supervisor. I'm very grateful to you all. Thank you. Всем дякую. Слава Україна.
Thank you, Joshua. Are there any observation from those present regarding to procedure of today's meeting? If there are no comments, esteemed colleagues, on behalf of the one-time specialized academic council, I extend our congratulations to Асамоах-Черемех Джошуа and his esteemed scientific supervisor, Professor Evgeny Mykolaievich Rudnichenko, on the successful defense of this dissertation. I wish Joshua Асамоах-Черемех continued success in his scientific and professional endeavors. I would like to express my hope for Joshua Асамоах-Черемех ongoing success in his scientific and professional pursuits. Thank you all for your valuable contributions, and please stop the audio and video recording. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Дякую.